all the students and viewers to the virtual class of Class 6 Subject English. It's me, Binita Thapa, English teacher of Kalika Manav Gyan Secondary School. And I guess you have remembered what we learned in our previous class. Do you remember? Of course, I guess yes, isn't it? In our previous class, we learned sentence transformation, and under sentence transformation we learned how to change any affirmative sentence into WH question. Okay, now today we are going to start Unit 1 of English book. Unit 1 of English book. So, what you have to do is you have to open your books and look. Now, please have a look on the screen. Class 6, Subject English, Unit 1, and seeking information. We will be reading some information about some birds and animals. Topic is some birds and animals. Now, after learning this lesson, what you will gain, what sort of knowledge you will gain, or what are the objectives of this lesson, or we can say learning outcome as well. At the end of this lesson, the students will be able to, or you will be able to, do the exercises related to the text. And the next is give information about some of the birds and animals in their own words. You will be able to write information about some of the birds and animals except which are mentioned in the book. Now, we will go to lesson. We'll have a look on next slide. Okay, I guess all the students have got book. So, please open your book and I will read it and listen to me carefully so that whatever difficult words are there, you will be able to pronounce it properly. Okay, the lesson name is Some Birds and Animals. That means we will be getting some information about some of the birds and animals. And I know that you are well known, or you are very much familiar with the birds and animals which are mentioned, which are listed in this lesson, but we will explore some new information about these birds and animals. Now see there, Nepal is famous for birds. Daffy is a beautiful multicolored bird. It is our national bird. We know that Nepal is famous for many things, isn't it? Likewise, among those many things, Nepal is famous for birds also. And I guess you have that much of knowledge that the only bird which is found in Nepal is what? Spiny babbler, right? It is not found in any other countries or in any other places. It is only found in Nepal. So, Nepal is very much famous for birds, and many species of birds are found in Nepal. And among those birds, Daffy is a beautiful, and it is multicolored. What do you mean by multicolored? Multicolored means many colors are present in its body. Its feathers are colorful. So, it is a very beautiful bird, and except it, Daffy is our national bird as well. And what do we call Daffy in other word? Do you know? It's Lophophorus. Lophophorus. We call it Lophophorus as well in English. And in our Nepali word, we call it Daffy. Now, this is one bird. Now, next animal is panda. Pandas are also beautiful animals. You might have seen in pictures, in televisions, isn't it? Pandas are very much beautiful animals. When you see the picture of panda, it doesn't seem like an animal. It seems like it is a doll or it is a toy. It's so beautiful. And they are found in China. They are found in China. Now, cheetahs live in Asia and Africa. Now see, next animal, that is cheetah, or we call leopard as well, isn't it? Cheetahs, where do they live? They live in Asia and Africa. They live in hot, flat places. Where do they live? They live in hot and flat places of Asia and Africa. And you also know very well that cheetah are a very good runner. It can run very much quickly. Now, how quickly it can run, or how quickly leopard can run? A cheetah can run 100 kilometers an hour. See how quickly it can run, right? 100 kilometers per hour. In an hour, it can run 100 kilometers, but only for a few minutes. Now, why do you think that it can run so quickly but only for a few minutes? Can you guess? Can you guess? Yes, of course, because when it runs in so speed, what happens? It cannot run, isn't it? If we run for just 5 minutes, then we become tired. Likewise, animals also become tired, so it can run 100 kilometers, but only for few minutes. This is about cheetah, and it can catch deer. Why it can catch deer is mentioned over here, because deer is also a very good runner, and cheetah, leopard can catch deer means leopard is more faster than the deer. Now see, we have got so many information about daffy, panda, cheetah, isn't it, till now, about 4 animals. Now the next is giraffe. Giraffes also live in Africa. Giraffes are very tall. They can eat leaves 6 meters high. Frogs are small, but a frog in Africa can grow to 35 centimeters and weigh 3 kg. Now, I have read about 2 animals together so that you will be able to listen to my pronunciation and pronounce in the same way. Now, whenever giraffe, you hear this animal's name, what image comes in your mind? Animal with a very long neck and very long feet, right? So, giraffes, where do they live? They also live in Africa. And they are very tall, as I said you earlier. You might have seen pictures also. And they can eat the leaves 6 meters high. It is so much tall that it can eat leaves, means obviously from trees, which is 6 meters high. It's due to its long feet and its long neck, it can reach up to 6 meters high also. Now, it's about frogs. The frogs are small. They are very tiny, isn't it? Very small, which are found around our surrounding, but there is one species of frog or one type of frog which is found in Africa, and it is so big that its weight, it can weigh up to 3 kg also, and it can grow to 35 centimeters. That means the one species of Africa is very much big. Now, this was about daffy, pandas, cheetah or leopard, giraffes and frog. Now, the next bird is a swift. A swift is a small bird. Now, when you hear swift, have you heard this word in any other places? I guess yes. You might have heard the name of car, isn't it? Swift car. It is a vehicle. A swift is a small bird. You can see them in Nepal. They can stay in the air for 2 years and fly 900 kilometers a day. Now, see, so much interesting information we are getting about swift. Actually, swift is so fast that this name was given to the car. Okay. Now, actually a swift is a small bird, and we can find this swift bird in Nepal as well. And very much interesting fact about this swift is that it can stay in air for 2 years. See, so much interesting, right? It can stay only in air for 2 years. 2 years is very, very long period. And it can fly 900 kilometers a day. 900 kilometers a day. It's a not small thing. See, 2 years it can stay in the air, and in a day it can fly 900 kilometers. Now, the next bird is a penguin. A penguin, very cute bird, right? A penguin is also a bird. It is also a bird, but you know very well, I guess you know, you might have read in science as well, that penguin is only a bird which cannot fly. It is a bird which cannot fly. I guess we have got next bird also, isn't it? Among those birds which cannot fly, penguin is also one of the birds which can't fly, but it can swim very, very well. And it lives in Antarctica in the South Pole. Where does it live? It lives in Antarctica in South Pole. South Pole. That means it lives in very, very cold place. It can live in the cold snows, as Antarctica is a very cold place. So it can live in the cold snows. Next animal is snake. Snakes can smell with their tongues, and a big snake can eat a goat. Now, you might have seen a snake in your real life also, isn't it? Now, when you see a snake, you always see them taking out their tongue. Now, I guess you have got to know why do they take out their tongues. Because they have to smell what is around them. So, they frequently take out their tongues. And a big snake can eat a goat. And some snakes are so big, like anaconda, they are so big that they can eat a goat as well. Imagine a snake eating a goat. Now, one more thing I'd like to add here, one more information about snake. Whenever you hear snake, many people, almost all the people are scared of snake, right? But do you know that snakes are very, very much helpful animals for the human being? How do you know? Because you know that snakes are very poisonous, right? If they bite, we may die. But one positive point is about snake also, that snake, they take in all the harmful gases which are found in our environment, due to which we don't have to inhale those poisonous gases. If there were no snakes, then this environment would be full of poisonous gases. So, see, so snakes are helpful for us, isn't it? Now, the next is there are a lot of snakes in Nepal. We can find different types of snakes in Nepal. Now, the last animal is a crocodile. A crocodile can live in water and on land. Crocodile, it can live in water as well as on land. There are crocodiles in rivers in the Tarai. Now, crocodile is the animal which can live in water as well as in land, and there are crocodiles, we can find crocodiles in many rivers of Tarai region. Now, I am going to read this whole lesson very slowly. Listen to me carefully and note how I pronounce the words. Okay? Now, some birds and animals. Nepal is famous for birds. Daffy is a beautiful multicolored bird. It is our national bird. Pandas are also beautiful animals. They are found in China. Cheetahs live in Asia and Africa. They live in hot, flat places. A cheetah can run 100 kilometers an hour, but only for a few minutes. It can catch deer. Giraffes also live in Africa. Giraffes are very tall. They can eat leaves 6 meters high. Frogs are small, but a frog in Africa can grow to 35 centimeters and weigh 3 kg. A swift is a small bird. You can see them in Nepal. They can stay in the air for 2 years and fly 900 kilometers a day. A penguin is also a bird. It can't fly, but it can swim very well. It lives in Antarctica in the South Pole. It can live in the cold snows. Snakes can smell with their tongue, and a big snake can eat a goat. There are a lot of snakes in Nepal. A crocodile can live in water and on land. There are crocodiles in rivers in the Tarai. Now in this way, dear students, you also make habit of reading the lessons due to which your pronunciation skill will be improved, and when you read out the stories or the lessons or the text, you find some of the difficult words, and when you don't find the meaning, when you don't understand, you can develop the habit of looking towards the dictionary also. So when you read the text or the lesson, your pronunciation skill will also be good, as well as your vocabulary skill will also be automatically developed. But you need to take help of the dictionary as well. Now this was some of the information which were mentioned in your book, in your textbook. Now about these animals only, I have added some of the information from my side along with the pictures. So we will have a next slide and we will see some of the pictures of these animals with additional information. Okay, let's have the pictures. Now see, can you identify this first picture? Can you identify? See, so beautiful bird, isn't it? Can you see different colors over there? Can you see? Blue, isn't it? Navy blue, green is there, yellow, red, black. Isn't it? So many colors are colorful bird. Do you know the name of this bird? The name of this bird is Lophophorus. In our book, it is mentioned as what? Daffy, and it is our national bird as well. It is national bird of Nepal, which is multicolored. Multicolored means colorful. Now just below that Daffy, Lophophorus, see what picture is there. Can you see? So cute picture, isn't it? It doesn't seem like any animal, it seems like a toy. Do you know the name of this animal? The name of this animal is panda. And we read in the text as well that it is found in which country? It is found in China. Now see what else information is there. Giant pandas eat as much as 10 kg of bamboo a day. That means bamboo is the thing which they are going to eat. The giant panda, the bigger, the adult panda, they can eat at least 10 kg of bamboo a day. Imagine 10 kg of only bamboos. All the pandas in the world are loaned from China. In our textbook, we learned that pandas are found in China. So see, the next information about panda is that pandas now, they are not only found in China, they are found in other countries also, but those all pandas are loaned from China. That means other countries took pandas from China as a loan. The very interesting fact about panda, isn't it? Pandas eat as much as 10 kg of bamboo a day, and Pandas are also found in other countries of the world, but they are loaned from China. Okay, this was the fact about Lophosaurus and panda. Now we will go to next slide and have a look on other picture. Now see the first picture. Can you identify this picture? Leopard, right? Or we call cheetah as well. See, it has got so long legs. Isn't it? So long legs. Due to its long leg and its cylindrical body, it gives help for them to run very much quickly. We learned, isn't it, that cheetahs are very good runner. And why can they run so quickly? Because due to their cylindrical body and its long legs. Now see the information that we learned in the topic, in the text, that cheetahs, they live in hot places, hot and flat places, right? Now see the next information. Cheetahs prefer to hunt early morning or late night when it is not so hot. As in the text we learned that cheetahs, they live in hot and flat places. So during daytime it's too hot for them to hunt, because they have to run, chase their prey, right? So it's very much hot during the daytime. So when do they hunt, go for hunt? They prefer to hunt early morning or late night, because in early morning and late night it's not so hot. So they prefer to hunt early morning and late night. And do you know one more fact I have not mentioned over there, but I'd like to share with you, that these leopards or cheetahs, they do not roar. Lions, they roar, right? But cheetahs, they do not roar. They purr. Keep this as side information about cheetahs. Okay, now next picture, can you see there? See the animal with long neck and with long foot. And when I am explaining about the animals, please listen to me carefully. I am explaining so much about these animals so that it will help, so that you will be benefited when you write about the animals and birds, because after the completion of this lesson I will be giving you assignment about that. Okay, so listen to me carefully. Now see the picture. The animal with long neck and with long foot, what is that? Can you identify? Yes, of course, isn't it? You have been reading, I guess, from nursery onwards. It's giraffe. Now, what information is there? That giraffes spend most of their lives standing up. They even sleep and give birth standing up. Now see, in our textbook, from our textbook, what information did we get? We got the information that giraffes are so much tall that they can eat the leaves which are 6 meters high also, due to their long foot and due to their long neck. Now the next interesting fact is that giraffe, they almost spend most of their life standing up, and they even sleep by standing, and they even give birth standing up. That means most of their life they spend by standing up. And the next fact is they only need 5 to 30 minutes of sleep in a 24-hour period. Now see, so much interesting information, right? They only need 5 to 30 minutes of sleep in 24 hours. And imagine about human being, we almost sleep for 8 or at least for 6 hours, right? But this giraffe, they only need 5 to 30 minutes of sleep in a 24-hour period. So I guess that's why they can stand and sleep, isn't it? One more information which I'd like to share with you is that giraffes' foot are so long, or their neck, we feel like their neck is so much long, isn't it? But the interesting thing about giraffe is that instead of having their long neck, they cannot reach the ground with their head. I guess you are surprised, isn't it? They have got long neck, but they cannot reach the ground with their neck. So that why do you think that it is so? Because their foot are also long. So whenever they need to drink water, they split their leg so that they can reach the water. Okay? Okay, now this was about giraffe and cheetah or leopard. Now we will go to next picture. Now see the next picture. Can you see the first picture? First two birds, isn't it? Which bird do you think it is? I guess you have not seen this bird in your real life, isn't it? It is the bird, it is the swift bird. Swift bird. Okay. Except, now let's learn about the information which is given there. Except when nesting. When nesting means hatching period, when they hatch eggs, at that time swifts remain in their nest. Otherwise, swifts spend their lives in the air. Very interesting fact, isn't it? In the text, what did we learn? That it can stay in air for 2 years, isn't it? So, see here, except when nesting, when they have to hatch birds, they come on the land or they live in the nest, but other time they spend their lives in the air and they live on the insects caught in flight. Now, when we learn that it can live for 2 years in the air, then how they are going to have food? What they do? What do they eat? So, they live on the insects. Whenever they fly, they find insects in the flight. When they are flying in the air, they find insects and they have that insects and they live their life. So, this is about swift. Now, the next is about penguin. Penguin, you can see the picture, right? Now, no penguins live in North Pole. In our textbook, we learned that penguins, they live in Antarctica, South Pole, isn't it? They live in South Pole, but none of the penguins live in North Pole. And they can drink seawater also. They can drink seawater. Can human beings drink seawater? Obviously, we can taste seawater, but we cannot drink seawater because seawater is very much salty. But the penguins are such bird which can drink seawater as well. So much interesting fact about penguins also we have got. And don't forget that penguins, they cannot fly, but they can swim. They are very good swimmers and they live in very cold place. Now, let's have a look on next slide. Now, these are last two pictures which I have mentioned. Now, the first picture, can you identify that picture? Look carefully at that picture and identify. That picture is of anaconda eating a goat. In the textbook, we learned that some snakes are so big that they can eat goat also, isn't it? So, I have picked one picture from internet in which the anaconda is eating goat. Now, see the fact about snake. Snakes don't have eyelids. Eyelids. Do you know eyelids? Eyelids protects our eye, isn't it? But the snakes are such animals which don't have eyelids. And they are found in all the continents except Antarctica. How many continents are there in the world? How many continents? 7 continents, isn't it? And snake is the animal which is found in all the continents except Antarctica. Okay? Now keep it in mind. The first fact about snake is that snakes don't have eyelids and they are found in all the continents except Antarctica. This was about snake. Now the next picture, can you identify? See, one person is holding one animal, isn't it? Which animal is that? It seems very big. It is very big, isn't it? What is that? Yes, of course, that's a frog. In our text, we learned that in Africa there is one species of frog that it can weigh up to 3 kg, isn't it? So I guess this frog is also from Africa. A group of frogs is called an army. Very interesting, isn't it? Army. When there is group of frog, what do we call the group of frog? Like for example, group of people we called crowd, isn't it? Crowd of people. Likewise, hive of bees. Now a group of frog is called what? An army. So easy, isn't it? Group of frogs is called an army. And next fact is that they don't drink water. They don't drink water. Then how they are going to consume water? They consume water. How do they consume? They soak it to their body through their skin. They do not drink, but the amount of water is supplied to their body through their skin. The skin soaks water, due to which there is no lack of water in their body. Now this was interesting fact about snake and frog. The first is that snakes do not have eyelids and they are found in all the continents except Antarctica. And the next about frog, a group of frogs is called an army and they don't drink water. Instead of that, what do? They soak water through their skin. Now these were the interesting facts which I added from my side. In this way only, you also can find out some of the interesting facts about animals and birds through internet. You don't need to worry. If you go to internet and search about different birds and animals, then you can find easily. Okay, now we will do some classroom activities. Let's have a look on next slide. Okay, next slide please. Now classroom activity, write tree for true and F for false. I guess you can do it very much easily. It is in page number 3 of your textbook as well. A cheetah lives in Africa. A giraffe has a long neck. You can see a swift in Nepal. A crocodile can swim. A penguin flies very fast. Snakes smell with their noses. You have to do true and false, and once more I would like to say that it is in page number 3 of your textbook. Now have a look on the next slide. Have a look on the next slide please. Okay, now here is home assignment. Okay, A number, it is mentioned in page number 3 of your textbook. Actually it is pair work, but as you are at home and we cannot do pair work, but I guess you can answer to these questions, isn't it? Now A number, is giraffe found in Nepal? Is giraffe found in Nepal? You have to give answer either in yes or no, but that should be correct. B number, is daffy our national bird? Daffy, in other word we call it lophophorus as well. And please you have to give answer in full sentence, okay, in full sentence. C number, do you see swifts in Nepal? Swift is a bird, isn't it? Swift. D number, can you touch a crocodile? Can you touch? Answer it. E number, can cheetah live in cold places? We learned about cheetah also, in other way we can say leopard also. Can they live in cold places? F number, which bird can't fly? Which bird can't fly? And you have to give the answer which is related to the text. You cannot write any other bird's name, okay? It should be related to text. G number, where is the panda found? Where is the panda found? H number, and in this G number, where is the panda found, you have to write the native place of panda. Okay. H number, which animal can smell with its tongue? We learned about many animals, and among those animals we learned that one animal smells with its tongue. Now which is that animal? You have to write the name. Now this is A number, which is mentioned in page number 3, but B number I have a given question from my side. Okay, it is not in your textbook. Write some information about some interesting birds and animals with their picture. Now you have to collect some of the information about some interesting birds and animals, or we can say the birds and animals which are not mentioned in your textbook. Except those animals, you can pick out some of the birds and some animals, and you have to paste, or you can print out the pictures and write some information about that. And in bracket I have given, you can get the information through internet. You can get information through internet. Now it's your home assignment. Now we have completed our unit 1. Okay, that's all for today. I guess you have understood very much carefully, very nicely, and the main objective of this lesson is that you should be able to collect the informations or data from the internet, and you should be able to write it in your copy. So that I have given one question, do it carefully. We will be meeting in our next class next week. Till then, have a good time.